morning, guys. Dave Canterbury at the Pathfinder School. I wanted to make a quick video this morning to answer some questions that I've had about different books and references for medicinal plants, edible plants, and trees. I've got several books here that I use quite regularly for reference that I kind of want to go over with you and just show you which ones they are so I can answer all those questions at one time. The first one is Medicinal Plants and Herbs, Peterson's Field Guide, and this is an Eastern Field Guide for medicinal plants and herbs. You can see it's well worn and well beaten. It's got tab markers all over it. I use this one quite extensively. Edible Wild Plants of the Eastern Central North America, again by Peterson. Another very good book, works very well for reference in the field. Pretty much bulletproof books. They're hard to destroy. You can throw them in your backpack, take them out there. They got good pictures, good line drawings, and good descriptions. The one I prefer for trees really is not a Peterson's Field Guide. I found this National Wildlife Federation Field Guide to Trees of North America, and I got this thing for, it says $19.95 on the back of it, but I think I got this at a half-price bookstore for less than $10, and it has got actual color photographs in it of every tree in North America with maps, bark, pictures of the bark, pictures of fruit, pictures of the leaves, and pictures of flowers, and that's all very, very important information if you're trying to identify trees in the off-season. This book is probably the most comprehensive book on trees that I've ever seen for trees in North America. The next book that I use quite frequently was given to me by a buddy of mine named Dan Steinwender from Canada, and it's called Edible and Medicinal Plants of Canada. But what you have to realize about plants in general is that they're zone specific. You know, just like when you plant crops, everything grows better in certain zones. And a lot of the plants that grow in Canada, especially southern Canada, grow all the way down into Ohio and into northern Kentucky as well, and all the way over on the East Coast. Again, lots of really, really good color photographs in here, lots of really good descriptions, lots of really good information. This book is made out of some type of material. It's almost like ripstop nylon or something that's just bulletproof. Lone Pine Press makes this book. It's got $29.95 on the back of it. To me, it would be worth every penny of that to have this book in my backpack. It's one of the most comprehensive books I've seen on the subject. The problem is some of the plants don't grow in Ohio, so you just have to know which ones do and which ones don't. But as far as a good reference goes, it's definitely that. The last book that I use the majority of the time as far as herbalism goes is a book by Matthew Woods called The Book of Herbal Wisdom. Okay, and this book can be had for about 20 bucks on Amazon.com in new condition or brand new. Most of it, all of it actually, is black and white, but it's loaded with text. I got this book recommended to me by a very good friend of mine named Micah McLaughlin, who is a practicing herbalist in Michigan, and he said that this book, bar none, was the best book for herbal medicine with traditional plants. And if you go down through the glossary of this thing, it pretty much has every plant that you'd have, you know, in any field clearing, any woodland area, or in your front yard in the eastern United States, and that's why I like it so well. It's packed full of information. It's packed full of stories, case studies, all the way back into the 1700s where journal entries have been written about the use of these different types of herbs. So it's a very, very good book, and I would suggest this one above any other for herbal medicine. So I wanted to go over those few books with you today. I'll try to take a photograph of each book individually, the front cover, so that you can see it up close at the end of this video. I appreciate your views, I appreciate your support, and I hope you can glean something from some of these books, because these are the books that I use for herbal references and tree references, things like that, all the time.